Golden child brother framed me for stealing family biz money. Parents kicked me out. Years later, he's arrested for something illegal and they come crawling back for help. This is about my brother who is 7 years elder to me. He has always been a golden child. The dream child of every parent. Mind you, he was not as perfect as he portrayed. He was an imposter and manipulator who knew the tricks to get away with what he wanted. And my parents were so blinded by his mannerisms and charisma that they never even tried to question any of his actions. I'm 36, working as an office executive in a legal firm. It is not a very high-paying job but a decent one. But I have immense gratitude for my work and the life I was able to build for myself. If you know my history, it would be hard to believe that I would ever overcome my miserable life and make a living. You see, I come from a renowned family. My great-grandfather was one of the first few drug manufacturers in the city. He had many children and grandchildren, which led to us having a huge family, and now that manufacturing business has been divided into several subunits which are taken care of. My father, my uncles, and several other are second and third cousins of the family. My father inherited a medical warehouse from where the medicines are supplied to retail chains and individual drugstores. Coming to my generation, we are two brothers. My elder brother, who would be the subject in the subsequent part of my story, is a doctor, and I, the younger one, is no one. Yeah, I hold no family portfolio, nor do I have any medical degree which my family wanted me to have. In fact, I hold no reputational degree that is suitable for my family's legacy. I'm just a graduate who somehow crawled to the college finish line. Not very proud to say this, but I completed my 3-year college program in 5 years. Was I dumb? Perhaps. I was a loser with zero self-esteem. While I'm not trying to whitewash myself, it's true that my parents had a lot to contribute towards my almost failing life. As I said, my elder brother has been a golden child ever since he was a kid. He was a school topper. Won medals and trophies for academics and sports, and helped Dad at the warehouse while still in school. He was / the epitome of intelligence and goodness. He's 7 years elder to me, so by the time I even understood what competition was, he had set the bar so high that I never aimed to match it. I had given up even before trying. I knew I could never be as good as him, so I never even tried. In that way, I was never jealous of him or had any bad feelings for him. As far as I remember, we shared a pretty normal and healthy bond as brothers. Growing up, I mostly found him to be busy with his own stuff, studies, work, and friends. You can well imagine growing up with a golden child like my brother. I was subjected to constant comparison and mockery by my family and relatives and even the teachers in the school. That's what happens when you go to the same school as your topper brother. I was an average student, unlike my brother who was a topper. I wasn't good at sports either. I wasn't overweight but not that fit to be picked up by the school team. I was mocked and ridiculed for being good at nothing. In that situation, I needed a coping mechanism which I found in the company of bad boys. I got involved in every sort of mischievous activity in high school. Since I had access to prescription-free drugs, I got popular in the bad boys group. I used to supply stuff from my father's warehouse and was even caught twice. I was severely punished and grounded by my parents. Stealing added another feather to my cap. I was officially declared the black sheep of the family. Instead of grounding me, if they paid attention to my psychology, my life would have been different today. After high school, I was forced by my parents to take a course in medicine, but I refused. I knew that I suck at studying. I took up an accounting degree, which annoyed my parents. They despised me for choosing a substandard career. There are a total of 11 doctors in my extended family and relatives, followed by several nurses and other healthcare professionals. Anything below a nursing degree is considered menial here. Dad refused to fund my education and I had to opt for an education loan. When I was leaving home for college, Dad said that he would be providing me with pocket money only until college. After that, I'll be on myself to pay off my college debt. I said cool. I wasn't that diligent either to be able to take my insult as a motivation to work hard and prove myself. Instead, I hit rock bottom in my college. I knew I was not going to get anything from my parents further. If there be any miracle, they might give some peanuts money from their inheritance, but pretty sure that the meaty balls would go to my golden brother. So, I decided to live my life to the fullest in college. Got into even worse company of dudes, got into substance, and took 5 years to complete a 3-year college program. Didn't undertake any part-time job to fund my education. Just wasted myself in all sorts of illicit activities.